Last thing I'll say about the bar shows, because I think there's more to it than just the clubs opening up.
You think there's more?
I think there's more. One, we didn't really have the internet back then when we started, so we couldn't. That was a way to promote. Like, hey, look, Yannis killed on Cabin. People start talking about it, and then they book you on more shit. That, and I think a couple bar rooms got a little dictatory. I think a few bar rooms were like, hey, you can't talk about that here. Whoa, this is a safe space, whatever. And then people were like, all right, fuck this.
Did that really happen to you?
What?
They wouldn't let you make certain jokes?
Oh, yeah. I mean, remember that backyard you did and that lady yelled at you?
Oh, my God.
Shit like that. That's what I'm talking about.
That was also during,
that was more producers.
That was more like COVID, like people losing their mind shit. Yeah, I remember.
But that was unheard of.
For a joke I made, she like grabbed the mic from me and I was like, oh, my God. That's one time I wish they were fucking rolling the cams because that was a crazy moment.
Yeah.
There was a lot. That bubbled up a little bit. And there was a show I did. I'm not going to say who, but there was a list of rules on the wall. This is on a roof during COVID.
Oh, come on. Just say the name. Fuck them.
No, it's not a mean thing. It was Corinne Fisher.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, one of the rules was no fat jokes. And she's like, well, I've put on some weight during COVID, so I want to talk about my body and how much weight I've gained. And they were like, and she's like, but it's my body. I want to talk about me being fat.
What?
And then they were like, it's too much. And she walked. And I remember respecting her, like, good for you.
I'm glad she walked.
Shit.
That's funny, dude.
No.
There you go. Tweet it.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
There's your tour poster right there. I like how you made the Jews black.
I don't think you spelled Norwegians properly either.
I didn't spell salmon or Jews right either.
It was. I think everything. Just the last thing I'll say about it, because the audience is like, "This is
sorry."
This is too inside baseball.
Very inside.
But we're having fun with it. But I think everything has its thing, and then it ends.
Sure.
So I think it was like inevitable to end, and I loved how every room had a personality.
Yes.
Like it was like you went to Hannibal's room and you got booked. To the room,
man.
Or if you got what was the one at UCB where you're like
Whiplash.
Remember, we're like, I got on Whiplash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, I made it.
That defined that would if someone had a good set on Whiplash was Monday at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Their week was If you had a rough one,
it'd
fuck with your whole week.
Oh,
Dude, that show
booked,
too.
You thought you made it.
You were dying to get in these shows. You have a good set, and then nothing in your life changed.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It was just the feeling of it, though.
Except the next like low level bar show you walked into, there'd be two people who were like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and you might fuck a six.
The guy who ran that show would not put me on for whatever, like for the longest time, he just wouldn't put me on that.
Yeah,
he did though, eventually though, right?
Yeah, eventually. But by the time I got on, I was like, this show sucks.
I think a lot of those shows got a little snooty too.
That's what I'm saying.
Like he's not experimental enough, man.
Exactly. He's too jokey, too written.
Yeah, he's getting too many laughs.
He's too alpha.
Yeah. It did get a little like that. And then my room was just like, hey, if you want to try comedy, he might put you up.
Well, yours is more of a knife fight.
Yeah.
More like a barroom brawl.
I mean, there was times I would throw a heckler on, like someone would heckle, and I go, it's happened a few times, and I go, all right, you do 5 minutes, and then just watch them eat shit.
Oh yeah.
Somebody who started comedy, I'd throw them on.